whole where she came from. Like, what do you mean?
Men and women come in and out of our lives, but your mama is one bitch. Your mama to satisfy this bitch. Call it the whole she come out of.
Like, that's not even.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackman 91. Apologies about the language there. I did try to mute it. This is a really powerful scene because I started watching it and I was like, bingo, got it. And I was trying to think what was going on. And when I was listening to her, and I'll let you listen to the rest of the video and that aspect, I can hear this emotional, almost like an emotional surrogate husband. I wouldn't say it's all the way, but just by what she said later on when she was like, my thing was I wanted to make sure that, she said earlier on, my thing was to make sure that, when I saw you come out the womb, basically, I said, I'm your mother. I'll never let anyone hurt you. All right, cool. And then after that, she goes on to say about Bambi and saying that obviously Bambi has been writing indirects to Scrappy, but instead of letting Scrappy handle it, she said, "Oh, can you?" She's been indirecting you. He's like, "Yeah, me. Like, she's been getting at me, not you, me. So I'm gonna handle that, right? And I have handled that with her." And then she's like, "Oh, but can't you let him know? Let him know." Said to the person in the middle, let him know that how, when she indirects it hurts me. I'm like, hurts you? Baby, you ain't even in the relationship. You are not in this relationship. Why are you so enmeshed? And that's the key word that usually comes out when you talk about emotional surrogate husband or emotional surrogate spouse. Why are you so enmeshed in this boy's life? You're blurring the boundaries between yourself and him. And oftentimes, how emotional surrogacy or emotional spouse usually works is that the child ends up fulfilling the emotional needs of the parent. And I think what's happened here is with what she had gone through in her childhood, what she went through in her adulthood at 21, having a child, going through the things that she went through. I think, and a lot of women talk about this. You hear them say, I want a child, basically, I want a child, basically, da 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 da. And you'd be like, okay, great. And at the expense of having a partner, you don't mind. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. And for those of you who are returning, you wouldn't know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there are hot. Let's just put this on here as well for you guys. You know what I mean? Join our Discord. We have a great Discord going on, family, and we just be talking about TV shows, relationships, stuff like this. We'll be discussing it. If you want to join and you want to be part of that family, part of that particular group, listen, join our Patreon. Get involved in our Discord. We want to see you guys. All right, cool. Let's get into this particular video and talk about what's happening here. Let's watch a bit more, and we'll discuss.
Listen, but she has posted things about you, subliminal messages.
But it's me
I'm
and
not
her.
lying.
But it's me and her. I don't.
Can he understand that hurts the mom?
I understand that the stuff that.
Can he understand that it hurts the mum to the point where you go on to live and start saying things and cursing out his wife, saying that she should return back to the hole she came from, and then screaming in that rant that many women will come and go, but I'm that B. That's where I started saying, "Oh, emotional surrogate hubby there." Because what do you mean many women come and go? Like basically, no one can replace me. You know what I mean? But babe, your position isn't any position any woman's playing. You are the mother. No one can replace your position. And so I think what's happened is she's made herself special in Scrappy's life so that she can't be hurt and she can't be removed and she can't be abandoned like she might have felt in her particular life, and she's projected that into Scrappy's life, and now she's given him no room to make his own decisions. And now she's blurring the lines between his life and hers. Baby, you ain't his partner. He a grown-ass man. He can make his own decisions. You raise him to be such. Let him do the stuff that he needs to do. But in reality, what's happened here, is she's enmeshing, she's blurring the lines of boundaries. Let's just look a bit more at what's happening here.
that she do to me, I handle that. I learned to deal with her, like
Okay.
talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but you have to leave me to do that.
Can you agree to maybe chill out on the social media or say anything about Bambi?
Yeah.
She needs not to say anything about Bambi. It's not her business, nor is it her marriage. She needs to know that her, again, this is going back to the whole, when you were talking about, you blocked me and Bambi. Again, why is the boundaries being so blurred so heavily? And I think it's because Mama D has placed all her emotional care and devotion that she requires and needs into her son. At least, and I hear this term as well, at least my child will love me. Because what you're hoping for is that because you didn't get that love outside, your child will give you that unconditional love. But how do you give it how do you receive it if you never gave it? You know? And how do you know what is healthy love when you're not even receiving it and you're not understanding what healthy love looks like? That's why some people make this statement, about, my kid's gonna love me. And what they really mean is, I'm not having no luck and love out here, but I'll have a child and they will love me. So what you're doing now, you're putting all your emotional needs into that kid, of that kid loving you. They're playing the role of an emotional spouse for you. And this starts from very young, when parents are in very dysfunctional, toxic, dire situations and relationships, the child ends up fulfilling their emotional needs. I don't want to see that anymore with Scrappy. That's why Scrappy's having to put his foot down and let her know there's a boundary that needs to happen. So if you're in something similar situation, it is time to create good, effective boundaries with your parent or caregiver to let them know that today is the day, Judgment Day has come. I cannot keep playing that particular role because it's not my position to play. It is draining. It is tiring. A young man won't be able to move away and go somewhere else because you want him to be close. A young man won't be able to be free because you always want his attention and his time. A young man can't bring a woman around because you start feeling jealous because you're scared that you're going to have to share the emotional burden, the emotional needs that you have with this other woman. You can't have that, man. He won't flourish and he won't thrive if that's the situation. So again, guys, like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Much love.